Welcome back. Let's go back to one of our top stories for today, and it comes to that attack that we saw coming out from Moscow this evening. And for more on this, let's now cross to our Moscow correspondent, Dasha Chernyshova, and she joins us via our video link. Dasha, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. Let's start off here. What is the latest on the shooting?
Well, we do know that 40 people have died as a result of this act of terrorism. This is how now this is being treated by the Russian authorities. At least 100 have been, but these numbers could increase significantly as the eyewitnesses are saying that the medical cars are coming by dozens, taking those injured to the Moscow hospitals. Now, what we know about this incident is that there were the men wearing camouflage. They started the shooting at the concert hall in the northwest of Moscow. Afterwards, we've heard about the fire engulfing the whole Crocus City concert hall, and then we've heard about 2 explosions inside this building. The authorities and the law enforcement agencies have been trying to rescue people from inside this Crocus City hall. It is a large concert hall that has been totally engulfed by fire. People were trapped inside. Some of them have been trying to climb up to the roof from where they were evacuated by the special cranes. Aviation was used to stop this fire. It is still raging, and it's unclear whether the authorities will be able to stop this fire relatively soon. Now, the surrounding area is immense as well. There is a huge number of shopping malls close to the Crocus City hall. So if those territories get under fire as well, that will be spreading very, very quickly. Now, we also have the information from the local authorities suggesting that the measures of security have been strengthened at the several objects in Russia, including in Moscow, the aviation, at the airport, at the railroads, as well as at certain events that were planned to be held in the Russian capital. Most of them have been called off, transferred to the next week, or postponed or cancelled. In other regions of Russia, the security situation is also tightening. Worth noticing, though, that about 2 weeks ago, the US embassy in Moscow said there was a high risk of an act of terrorism in Moscow, and the Russian authorities have reacted to that 2 weeks ago, saying that if the US knows something about the perpetrated attack, they have to let the relevant bodies in Russia know this information. The White House has commented today saying that they are very sorry about this tragedy, and saying that they didn't know anything about those plans. Also, Ukrainian officials have said that they have nothing to do with that. But inside Russia, it is now treated as an act of terrorism. The Russian Investigative Committee has opened a criminal case and is looking into who might be responsible. Now, we don't know much about those men in camouflage. Some reports suggest that there were 3, but then the eyewitnesses who have been interviewed by the media have started to say that there were at least 10 of them, and they opened fire at the people who were inside the concert hall. Now, we also have heard from the police that they have arrested 1 suspected man, and obviously we're waiting for more details to emerge. But what we do know to the moment is that it is a tremendous act of terrorism that has been committed in the Russian capital, and obviously the fire that is raging is incredibly terrifying. All the local people who live nearby say they are seeing the plumes of black smoke coming from out there, and obviously we are waiting for the rescuers to stop this fire and at least liquidating that and stopping that from spreading.
And Dasha, have we seen any statements coming out from the Putin administration?
Not yet. Obviously, to this moment, we understand that they are analyzing the situation, and the priority at this moment is to save the lives of the people. But obviously, if you look to the yes, actually, we just minutes ago we got the confirmation from the Kremlin saying that the Russian president was immediately informed about what's happening at the Crocus City Hall, and not much more that has been provided. But some of the local authorities here have been saying, obviously, that this is a horrifying act of terrorism that has to be punished, whoever is responsible for that. Now, we also get in some information with regards to how many people are involved. 320 Firefighters are there, as well as 130 units of the equipment. Obviously, we are waiting for more details to come up, but at the moment the priority for the Russian authorities and for the Kremlin is to save the lives of the people who were inside there.
Dasha, thank you so much for your time this evening and for that update. That is our Moscow correspondent, Dasha Chernyshova, just giving us an update there when it comes to that attack in Russia.